Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the no cap recap of Lost U-Boats of World War II, Season 1, Episode 5, called Battle Ballistics, aired March 26, 2024. If you missed any of my recaps of The Curse of Oak Island and companion show episodes, there's a link to the Oak Island playlist in the upper right. Let's get into it. In 1981, Daryl Miklos and his father came into possession of classified blueprints of modified Nazi U-boats with the torpedoes removed, allegedly altered in order to move out of Germany some of the billions of gold, works of art, and priceless artifacts looted by Hitler during World War II. After a recap of recent finds, Daryl and Steve are continuing to search Target 5 to find out what gave the large magnetometer reading there. They eventually see this anchor. And then cannons. Daryl estimates they are 6 or 7 feet long and would guess they have been there for 350 years, which would be the late 1600s. Like some previous older finds, it's really cool, but it's not a U-boat and not in their target date range of World War II. Daryl is satisfied that the finds are big enough to account for the high magnetometer reading and is ready to put an X through Target 5. Back on the boat, Garth shows a find from the island K nearby, the snail. Being square and hand-wrought, it is older too, and may even be from the shipwreck Daryl and Steve just found. Garth thinks this is a can opener, but it isn't U.S. or Allies military, who all had a much smaller device. Of Garth's other find, Daryl thinks the cross-shaped item is a screwdriver and the bent-over edge could be for prying. Later, an expert shows Garth one in much better shape. It is indeed a screwdriver / multi-tool and is German in origin and was issued with every military Luger, the standard firearm they used in both world wars. The screwdriver is needed to remove the firing pin. The O inscribed on it, plus being found on an island K, could indicate it was issued to a member of the German Navy. With 4 of 7 targets left to cross off, the team decides to return to the one with one of the biggest magnetometer readings, Target 4. It appeared to be a metal object that was over 100 feet long. They previously found a pistol there, but on 2 different dive attempts, they found nothing to explain the reading. The area is a very sandy bottom and appears barren. Daryl and Steve use metal detectors as they swim over it, and Daryl finds this bullet, which Garth later identifies as a .50 caliber machine gun bullet. He personally has shot that type. It's used in the Browning .50 caliber machine gun used since the 1930s on vehicles, especially aircraft. It can fire 600 to 800 rounds per minute. The captain spots a storm on the horizon and estimates they have an hour left to dive before they must leave. Daryl and Steve decide to focus on a reef on the outskirts of the target area. A U-boat that has been underwater for 80 years could easily be camouflaged by a reef growing on top of it. Near the end of their dive window, Steve detects a metal object that is buried in the sand below the reef. He and Daryl pull it out and take it to the surface. Veteran U-boat diver Bill Palmer takes a look at it. He says the item is an ammo canister cover and appears to be one for 37mm rounds. 37mm guns began to be installed on Nazi U-boats in 1943 as a response to growing Allied air power. The canister cover was designed to keep the ammo from getting wet and was unique to the Nazi Navy. The blueprints Daryl's father came across include 37mm guns on the deck. Combining the last 2 finds, it's easy to imagine the U.S. Air Force and Nazi U-boat firing at each other. The next day, the team returns to Target 4, determined to find the source of the high mag rating. Daryl and Steve go back to the reef where they found the canister cover. They pick up no other hits on the reef and head back to the center of the anomaly, scanning the sea floor. Daryl detects this. Bill Palmer later identifies it as a canister cover as well, but for 88mm shells. Bill says that in order to save a much more expensive torpedo, vessels were often sunk using 88mm cannons, one of which was also on the blueprints for the customized U-boat that had the torpedoes removed. The team decides to redo the magnetometer scan of Target 4 to confirm the data. Meanwhile, Daryl and Steve will search other targets. Daryl also says that they have found enough related artifacts to keep him motivated to keep searching for years. Next time on an all-new The Lost U-Boats of World War II, Season 1, Episode 6, finally listed correctly on the History Channel schedule, called The Final Discovery, which could be the season finale or even the series finale. The synopsis reads as follows. Racing an incoming hurricane, Daryl Miklos and his team are forced to make tough choices. But after a season-long search, they locate the source of the massive magnetometer hit recorded at Target 4. I'll continue recapping Season 1 of The Lost U-Boats of World War II, as well as Season 11 of The Curse of Oak Island late Tuesday nights, with retro Oak Island recaps of Seasons 6 through 8 as I have time. Seasons 1 through 5, 9, 10, and the aired episodes of Season 11 are already done and are in the Oak Island playlist, link in the upper right. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.